Hi y'all, today on Meal Prep Monday, we are doing lentil stuffed sweet potatoes. So what you're gonna see right here is that I have 2 avocados that I'm de-seeding and taking out all that sweet, juicy meat. I'm gonna go ahead and stop doing that voice so that I can speak fast. So what you're gonna see here is I'm taking 2 avocados. I'm gonna go ahead and take all of the nice meat out, and then I actually take a quarter for myself because I'm hella hungry and I'm gonna eat it. But what we do here is we actually do 2 teaspoons of lime juice, and then later on you're gonna see me add 2 tablespoons of Caesar dressing. I added the Caesar dressing instead of what the recipe called for, which was unsweetened almond milk, because I wasn't too keen on it. Even with that, I was not super happy with the way that the avocado sauce turned out. So you're more than welcome to try your own variations, maybe add some cilantro, maybe add a little bit of salt for flavoring, etc., etc. Or, I don't know, even like some salsa, but I wasn't too keen on the way that it turned out. So I'll put the recipe with and without the avocado sauce. You're gonna see my husband, he is actually wrapping the sweet potatoes to put in the oven. That actually takes the longest. That takes about 1.5 hours with my stove, but depending, your mileage may vary on that, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, that was probably the longest part of the recipe. This recipe, because of that, takes about 2 hours end to end. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment in the middle of this video to remind everyone to please like, subscribe, comment, do all the things that you're supposed to do to show that you actually like this, and let's get back to it. I'm cooking the lentils. Those lentils just go in with water and salt. So there's nothing really complicated about that. Then we're going to go ahead and dice up 2 carrots. You're going to see me cut up an entire onion. And the other part of the recipe, as far as the aromatics, calls for 3 cloves of garlic. So once we're done fast forwarding through me chopping up the onion, very slowly, by the way, I was actually a little disappointed in how long it took me to chop this onion up. And this is sped up. So can you imagine how long it took in real life? Anyway, yep, and now you're gonna go ahead and see me preparing the garlic, chopping all that up. Chop it up pretty fine. The idea is, what you're gonna see later on in the video is that what I do is you cook that until it's nice and sauteed. It takes about 10 minutes on about medium heat, and then what you do is you toss in the lentils along with about 4 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. I think for this recipe I did 2 because I saw that the aromatics had created a nice liquid on its own, and I didn't want the extra sodium and I did not want the extra salt. I use Japanese barbecue sauce. Again, you can use homemade barbecue sauce. You can go ahead and use the barbecue sauce of your choosing that you really like. But what I did was Japanese barbecue sauce. And since it was pretty high in sodium and it's pretty high in sugar, I wanted to make sure that I only did about 2 tablespoons. So I think you're going to see me do that in a moment here, or maybe you don't. Now we're going to go ahead and get to the plating. The plating is pretty damn simple. All we do is slice open these sweet potatoes. You see that? You see how brown that avocado sauce got? If you mix it up, it goes away, as you can see me doing right there. But again, I don't know, man. I wasn't really into it. Anyway, and then you're going to do about half a cup to a quarter to half a cup, honestly, of the lentils in there. Top it with the avocado sauce, and I mean, that's pretty much it. This is actually a super easy recipe, other than the time it takes to bake the sweet potatoes, which is just time consuming. But I feel like, honestly, I use the lentils in several different things past this recipe. I threw the avocado sauce away. But it's a really awesome recipe. Thank you so much for joining A+ Enhanced Athletes for Meal Prep Monday. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on this video if you'd like to see more content like this. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you next Monday.